All right, hi, my name is Jessica Edstrom, and this is the third class of 8. And tonight we're going to talk about non-toxic living. Again, if you're following along, if you complete all 8 classes, you're going to receive a really cute diffuser. I've already started ordering them, so I have them ready to deliver to you. And I'll have a bit of an assortment for you to choose from. This is one really nice one. It kind of looks like marble, and you'll receive one for participating, for learning about oils with us. So I look forward to that. Each class will have a code word, and Corey's always helpful if I forget to say it at the end because I get a little worked up when I start teaching. uh, and we'll just begin. Again, chime in with any questions or any observations. So tonight, toxic-free living. So doTERRA, along with its essential oil line and its supplement line, we also have products some people are unaware of, and it is to help perpetuate that toxic-free lifestyle that we're after. There's 2 major sources of toxins in our household. The first one would be cleaning products. Second would be personal care. I'm going to speak about personal care first, household second. And this one slide I am actually going to just read to you. While some companies make products that are safe to eat, other companies choose to use known human carcinogens or developmental toxins like coal tar or lead acetate. When risky chemicals are used in cosmetics, the stakes are high. These are not trace contaminants like those found at part per million or even part per billion levels in food and water. These are the base ingredients of the product, just as flour is an ingredient in bread. These chemicals are found in percent levels in personal care products. Nearly all easily penetrate the skin, and some we ingest directly through our lips and hands. So anything that we put on our bodies is going to enter our body through our biggest organ, which is our skin. And also household products, when we clean, we inhale the toxins along with that. So doTERRA has replaced a lot of our daily healthcare with non-toxic alternatives. The first one is toothpaste. So this is something that we use daily, and we want to make sure that we're using a safe toothpaste. Most children will swallow, and even adults, the toothpaste that they use. And so doTERRA has an On Guard toothpaste. This is infused with the On Guard essential oil blend. And in normal toothpastes, they have fluoride. Fluoride is now a known carcinogen. It was added to our water when hygiene wasn't as good, and it served a purpose, but now we're learning so much about the toxicity of it. If you go to the American Cancer Association website, there's plenty of articles talking about this carcinogen causing cancer. It can also cause stiffness in the body and be hard on your joints. So On Guard toothpaste is fluoride free, and it uses that strong clove and cinnamon combination to clean your mouth. It really keeps your mouth fresh, and also the clove is extremely healthy for your teeth, your tooth health and gum health, and also has a whitening agent. So it's a really good product. The next is deodorant. Deodorant is something that we shove into tweens and teens' arms as soon as they have any form of body odor, right? And we're learning more and more that the antiperspirant properties of most deodorants has aluminum zirconium in it, and this is a heavy metal. This is highly toxic for our bodies, and here we're actually inserting it into our bodies in a very sensitive area. It's close to our breasts for females, and it's close to our lymph nodes as humans. Our lymph nodes are the organ in our body that helps our immune system flow and toxins flow and release from our bodies. We don't want to suppress that with an antiperspirant. We want the perspiration and the toxins to come out of our body. So antiperspirant is a huge no-no with deodorant. It stops our body's natural function. doTERRA has a natural deodorant with balanced essential oils in it, which is a really wonderful smell. It's gender neutral, so men can easily use this one as well. We also have a citrus version of deodorant, and this is one of the products that doTERRA has really updated over the years and just improved on. It's much better than the crystals and the other organic products you can find over at the grocery store, and it smells amazing. One of the versions has baking soda in it and one doesn't. So the reason they did that is because baking soda can be a little bit abrasive for people with really sensitive underarms. It doesn't bother me, but they have a version that doesn't have baking soda in it, and it is highly effective. I've also mentioned in prior classes that I just use tea tree oil for my deodorant. You could add it to baking soda if perspiration is an issue for you, for the moisture that comes with it. But I've been able to use it just straight tea tree in a roller. It's called Tea Tree Touch if you buy it straight from doTERRA in a roller, or you can create your own. And this is it has bacterial properties. So bacteria is what makes the odor, and it's when it's layered. So I don't know if you all know this, but the first time you sweat, it actually doesn't have an odor. The reason people have body odor is because the layers of sweat. So if you sweat and then you dry out and then you sweat again is when it becomes filled with odor. So I simply can just wipe that area with go in a bathroom with a paper towel and water and reapply the tea tree. And it's extremely non-toxic. It's actually very healthy for my body. And so I'm not putting junk into my body under my arms. The next alternative we have is we have a shampoo and conditioner set. It also comes with a gel for styling, and there's also a oil serum for hair if you have flyaways or frizz is an issue for you. Shampoo and conditioner is something that most people use daily or at least every couple of days. Most shampoos have SLS or sodium lauryl sulfate in it, and this is a highly toxic chemical, and here we're putting it in our hair, into our heads, and flowing down our bodies, and it's absorbing into our system. There's also often fragrance added into shampoos and conditioners, and they don't even say what the ingredients of these fragrances are, but we know they're made in a lab. Any fragrance that doesn't smell natural isn't natural, and they're just a chemical storm. So if it has an artificial smell, you want to ditch it. These chemicals in these products are really harmful for our endocrine system, which manages our hormones, and it can offset our hormones, and most are carcinogenic. So our shampoo and conditioner is a wonderful replacement. It is really kind of thick, so you only need a small amount when you might need more of a different brand, and it does a lot of cleaning with just a small amount, and it has a wonderful essential oil smell. And if you're lacking the smell that you get in other products, you can just put essential oils right on your hair, like once they're dry. If you really love patchouli or geranium is a really good smell. I really like Hawaiian sandalwood straight on my hair. So we have Hawaiian sandalwood essential oil, and I use it like a serum. And then I just put it at the tips of my hair, and it smells constantly smells amazing, and it's really, really beneficial for my hair. The next is our skincare line. We have two. The one listed here is called our Virage Skincare, and this is also going to be completely non-toxic. Okay, there's 0 toxins in our products. doTERRA has a commitment to never put artificial colors, DEA, formaldehyde donors, parabens, phthalates, or propylene glycol, or the SLS as I mentioned, and they don't animal test in their products whatsoever. So they're extremely non-toxic and safe for our skin, and they're also infused with all of the really good skin oils. So in this picture, the first bottle here is our toner, and it's a spray. This is something I use to set my makeup. So people put it on first thing, and you can do that, but I also put it on because I have a powder foundation, and I'll spray it over to kind of set my makeup, and it looks like dewy. And it's handy that it's a spray and you don't have to put it on a cotton ball, and you can reuse the spray bottle over and over, which is kind of cool. The next is the Virage Cleanser, and this is something I keep in my shower. I simply use it with a washcloth for some exfoliation, and it lasts a really long time. Next here is the Immortelle Hydrating Serum, and this alone is $64, and it's the hydration that you want to put on your skin before your moisturizer, and it really penetrates your skin. In Colorado especially, our skin is so dry here because it's a dry climate, and so that gives your skin that first level of moisturizer that really seeps in deep, and it helps with the elasticity of your skin. Last is our moisturizer, and it's a really light moisturizer. It absorbs perfectly. I can put my makeup on right after I put my moisturizer on, and it's not, it doesn't like fall off my skin. The only issue, there's no SPF. So you would also want to add an SPF or get something from Brenda Burrell that has SPF in it. But as a rule, our stuff is really, really wonderful. Next is the cleaning section here. So, pardon me. So we have an On Guard cleanser concentrate, and this is what I use throughout my entire house. I put it in a spray bottle. I just printed off a fun label using Avery labels, really fun and easy for me. You could put a piece of tape or a shipping label and write On Guard on it. I use glass containers because with the citrus that's in On Guard, which is wild orange, you don't want it eating up your plastic. So as a rule, I try to use glass. I do have plastic for like my window cleaner, which I'll talk about in a minute. But it just takes 2 tablespoons of the On Guard cleanser, the rest water, to make a cleanser. So this I use on all of my surfaces, shower, bath. So I don't bleach out my bath and then the next time, you know, bathe Isaac, my 4-year-old, in it with bleach water. It just has On Guard. It's purely non-toxic. This is so non-toxic that if my boys got in a spray bottle fight with it, I wouldn't even be bothered, really. It wouldn't harm them whatsoever. And that makes me feel safe because I do have little ones. I don't have to even lock up my cleaning closet. And I can't tell you, I was reflecting, preparing for this, that I haven't bought cleaners from the store in 6 years. How much money have I saved just making them on my own? We had one leftover Lysol spray, and I remember this a couple years ago. The dog had an accident, and so my husband cleaned it up, and he used the Lysol spray because he did, and he's like, that choked me out. He's like, I can't even believe like how much I've been accustomed to this, that like seriously like made me choke. I couldn't even breathe after spraying it, because we use that on this on pets. You know, if a child pukes, which is gross, but it happens, our floors, any surface, my car, when I clean out the dust in my car, I use this on the dashboard and the seats, and then my car smells like On Guard. So I literally have, like this is one and this is one, and there's one upstairs. Like I kind of keep them on every level just to use as needed with cleaning.
Jess, how big are those bottles?
This bottle here?
Yes.
Or, 6, oh wait, that can't be right. 62 ounce. It looks like 60 ounces. I get these on Amazon, so they're pretty standard. I'm sorry, because the label is now worn from using it over and over. 64 ounces maybe, but that seems like a lot for that.
Then just 2 teaspoons of On Guard?
Tablespoons.
Tablespoons, okay.
Mm-hmm. And then the On Guard cleanser concentrate bottle has a chart on it.
Okay.
So if you were making a bucket of sudsy water for cleaning, it would tell you. I know people even use this in their dishwasher, and they'll just use a teaspoon with vinegar so that it doesn't foam too much. And so it really is very multi-purpose. I mean, toilets, everything. When I first started, I found these are stainless steel spray bottles at the dollar store. So this was 99 cents, and I just reused and reused. So that's an option too. So next is the On Guard foaming hand wash. This is pretty pertinent for our lifestyle now. We wash our hands incessantly as per COVID, right? And a lot of the antibacterial hand soaps that we use are really pretty harmful for our skin. We have a natural covering on our skin, and this is to protect pathogens from getting into our skin because it is so porous. When we use antibacterial products, it strips away that protective layer, and then pathogens are actually more easily absorbed. It also creates something called a superbug when you use antibacterial constantly, because the bugs start to mutate into that 1% that it doesn't kill. And so it's not healthy to use antibacterial products. So On Guard has the nature's antibacterial products with the clove and the cinnamon, eucalyptus, and wild orange. And the foaming makes it really easy to spread and use. I know Emily Bauer at the Blue Skies Massage has these really cool dispensers that has a smiley face indicating how long you're supposed to use the soap, and then it turns off when you can rinse. So it's kind of cool. And we use this in our home, in our bathrooms, and absolutely love it. I also make an On Guard, because the hand sanitizer I mentioned is also harmful for our skin to use constantly. So I make my own hand sanitizer, and this is simply aloe, like aloe vera, you can buy at Whole Foods, and then alcohol, rubbing alcohol, or Everclear or vodka, any kind of alcohol that's strong. I use rubbing alcohol in here, and then 10 to 20 drops of On Guard, so you can kind of see that it's brown when I have to shake it before I use it. And then I just simply use that as my hand sanitizer and my children, and I rub it all around the surfaces like normal. And not only am I getting something that's not going to ruin the good layer of protection, I'm also inputting those essential oils into my body every time I use them. So now I'm getting the health benefits of the cinnamon and clove, which really boosts your immune system. So there's not many hand sanitizers that can also boost your immune system. So I feel really, really empowered using this, because I've probably refilled this 4 times, and I have one in each car. And just pennies on the dollar for hand sanitizer. That also smells and leaves my hands soft because of the aloe. And this is a glass bottle. This is a 4-ounce glass bottle, and I just got them on Amazon. I make my own labels with Avery Label Maker. Just you buy like a sheet of labels and print them with Avery templates. Like I make them for fun because that's what an oil geek does. Then we have for our air freshening, right? A lot of people love the smell of those Glade plug-ins or the Scentsy warmers or candles that are really, really strong. We all have a smell in our house. It's important, especially if we're all female here, having our home have a fresh, homely smell when we walk in. There's a really special thing that every home has its own smell. And sometimes we associate cleaners with it. Like if your mom is a bleachaholic, maybe you love the smell of bleach. But we know now that it's so toxic that, like, I know my children, when they grow up, they're going to remember cinnamon and clove as being cleansing and the cleaner smell that they had in their home. But to clean the air and just give an air freshening effect, we use diffusers. And this is completely non-toxic because our oils are. And it also serves a second purpose always. Either it's an emotional or concentration or a citrus cleansing oil. We also have Purify, which is our purification oil. And it's got a combination of lemon, Siberian fir, citronella, lime, tea tree, and cilantro. And I know that sounds kind of like a weird combination, but those together, and this is funny too, because your sense of smell for the oils are going to change as you use them. When I first got this, I did not like the smell, but now my body like craves this smell. It's such a fresh and clean smell. You can even put it in baking soda and make your own carpet powder, and it purifies the air. And when I lived in Georgia, we went crab fishing, and so I had little pieces of fish in our cooler as a bait. And with all the kids running around, whatever, I brought the cooler in and got in the house. We actually got crabs that day and forgot about the bait in the cooler. And a couple days later, in that heat, all of a sudden we were like, what is that smell? We opened the cooler and it was rancid, terrible smell. And I just simply put a really powerful diffuser out in our garage overnight with a bunch of drops of this, and you wouldn't have known that happened. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, diffusing is going to create that smell in your house that you crave. People will walk into my house and say it smells like a spa. even when I'm not currently diffusing, just because I do so much. I also shared a story earlier. I had throw pillows that they gave me 30 days to see if I liked throw pillows with the couch, and I didn't, so I brought them back and got a different set, and they opened up the bag of it and they're like, was there potpourri in here too? And I was like, no, it's just from me diffusing essential oils in our air all the time. It doesn't mean I still don't like a candle. I just try to get soy and things like that. So last on this slide is our On Guard laundry detergent. And this is really powerful stuff as well. It goes up to 64 loads because, again, you don't even need very much for effective cleaning of your clothes. It has the On Guard essential oil in it, and also enzymes are what are used to kind of eat away at the soiled part of your clothing. And so this is also extremely non-toxic, safe for any skin type, also babies, and Corey had asked that earlier. It's completely safe. This would be what I would use if I had an infant. Never had a skin issue with my children from their clothing. And also dryer balls. If you're using dryer sheets, go throw them away or like put them in your car for maybe a little smell or something. Do something else with them. Dryer balls are what you really want to be using in your dryer. Dryer sheets have so many carcinogens on them, and we're basically infusing them into our clothes when we use them in the dryer, and then we put our clothes on our bare skin. Dryer balls can replace them and help with wrinkles. They also help with drying faster because they move around through the clothes and help it be more efficient. And lastly, you can put scents on it, so you can make your clothes smell whatever essential oil you're after. Lemongrass gives a really fresh smell. Any citrus smells wonderful. Lavender's a little bit lost in it, in my opinion, just because it's kind of a dainty smell. But geranium is one of my favorites to put on my dryer balls, and my clothes smell like flowers for days. It's pretty cool. Next, I'm going to talk a little bit about some DIY things you can do. Can you see this okay, Corey? Okay. Cool. So this is just on doTERRA's blog. You can also go to Pinterest and find any recipe you could possibly want for DIY cleaning. But this is doTERRA's blog, and they have a wood polish. So I also made a wood polish, and again with my geeky Avery labels, I put like deer antlers on there and put wood polish. And this is got olive oil, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of vinegar, and then 10 drops of citrus oils, or arbor vitae, which is a wood oil. And this is something you can treat your wood with every couple of months to keep it shiny and moisturized. Really simple. And then there is a yoga mat spray that I love. This is my yoga mat spray bottle that I made, and it has distilled water, alcohol-free witch hazel or white vinegar, 5 drops of lavender oil, and 3 drops of melaleuca or tea tree oil. The tea tree oil, again, is our killer oil, so you have to put that in there. It's going to help kill any of those little bacterial critters that might be on there, and just keep your mat fresh and pathogen-free. This is also a really good shoe spray. So if you have stinky shoes, my kids will sometimes wear their shoes without socks, and then it's downhill from there. The last one I want to show you, and again, just at doTERRA, search DIY. They have a makeup brush cleaner, dish soap, which is really easy to make. And this has 2 cups of unscented Castile soap, 20 drops of lime, 8 lemon, and 6 citrus bliss. Now the essential oils are kind of arbitrary. You probably do want a citrus oil in there, but if there's another scent that you crave, you can add it. It's okay. So, for example, you might like lime and eucalyptus in your as your soap, or even lime and breathe, or lemon and breathe, orange and peppermint, whatever kind of scent you are after, that is fine. With Castile soap, you can make pretty much any product. You can make body wash, you can make dog wash, you can make dishwashing soap like we have, just basically anything with Castile and essential oils. Foaming, foaming hand wash, if you don't get the On Guard, this is my foaming hand wash bottle, and I just put Castile in here, water, and then the essential oil that I desire. So money saving for sure. Okay, so any questions so far about any of that?
I don't have any.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I would love to.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
One question. So I have been seeing Jerry because I've had a rash on my shins for quite some time. And so she's kind of treating me for both liver and kidney issues, because I think whenever you have a rash on your skin, it's being manifested by something that's going on in your liver sometimes.
Mhm.
But because of that, I have to be so careful with the type of laundry detergent I'm using. What am I bathing in? You know, just anything that I could be allergic to or reacting to on the surface. So your On Guard laundry detergent caught my eye, because I'm thinking maybe that is mild enough. I mean, I've done all detergent. Jerry suggested there's one that you can buy at Costco called Boulder detergent, something that just is for highly sensitive skin. So would you recommend On Guard for that too? I know you said that it's, you know, it's mild enough for babies, you know, to wash baby clothes in. So I'd assume it's probably one I could use as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because it sounds like cinnamon and clove would be irritants, but they're not in this circumstance. I have sensitive skin too. I would have those bumps from my clothes, you know,
Yeah.
bumps on my thighs and my arms. I don't have those anymore. So my children, you know, they've got that real sensitive skin too, and no problem, never an issue.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so those are our replacements, and here's an example of a LRP order that one might use to replace their products that they already use at home. And again, like I said, I don't go to Walgreens anymore for these products. I go there for nail polish, and that's about it. And essential oils can even take off nail polish. Lemongrass and lemon, I don't go that far. I just use nail polish remover, but some people will use them to remove nail polish, so pretty cool.
Wait, sorry, what do you use to take off nail polish?
Well, you can use lemongrass or the citrus oils.
Oh.
It's a little bit more trying, but like I was painting and I had paint on my hands and I used lemon and it came right off.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to use that.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Also, like stickers, like if you have, you know, a bumper sticker in your car or any stickers, I know my kids like to put them everywhere. I'll use lemon oil to get it right off. Okay, so this would be a sample LRP box. And again, LRP stands for your Loyalty Rewards Program. And this is the monthly auto order that you can create. By doing that, you can get free points each month that you order. And this would include your shampoo and conditioner set, which is $28. Again, it's condensed, so this is going to last you longer than maybe that size would normally. A little goes a long way. You've got your On Guard Cleaner Concentrate for $14.50, and again at 2 tablespoons a dose, making bottles, it's gonna last you, like mine lasts me 4 to 5 months, unless I'm in a really big cleaning toot. On Guard toothpaste is $8.50, and again, less is more. You only need pea size of this for it to be effective. And that's all you're supposed to use with toothpaste anyway. People overuse it all the time. Then there's On Guard Sanitizing Mist. This also has an apple essential derivative in it for the moisturizer in their version, and that's $6.50. And you would use it just the same way I use mine, by spraying on. And I have reused those containers. I have 2 of them that I DIY myself now. And then the Virage skincare set as the 4 would be $84.50. And again, this is something that would last me a good 2, possibly 3 months, mostly 2, because I do kind of lay it on thick with moisturizer here in Colorado. And then lastly is the Purify essential oil. And again, this is wonderful to diffuse. You can put it in a spray bottle to clean out shoes, also your car. You can put it on your air filters. It's a wonderful purifying oil. So that would be an example of a cart to replace what you already purchased at $162. And in that case, you would also get the free oil of the month, and you'd also get free product credits for your order. So again, orders month 1 through 3, you get 10% back in points. As you gain your cart, you get all the way up to 30% back if you do it for a year. So when I order $100, I get $30 free, essentially, of free oils. And so it's pretty, for someone like me who's totally infused this in my lifestyle, I get $30 of free stuff. You don't do that when you shop at Walgreens or wherever. So it's pretty cool. Next, I'm going to talk about the building side. This side I'm so passionate about, but I will admit it's redundant if you've watched each week, and I don't want you to watch it if you've seen it now your 3rd time. So I'm going to give the code word now, and if you care to stay on, then that's wonderful too. But I respect your time, and I know that we're all time crunched. So tonight's code word is On Guard. And so when you're tracking your code word, this is the 3rd one, and it's On Guard. And so for the remaining 10 minutes, I'm going to talk about the building side of doTERRA, which I am extremely passionate about. This is built into each class, and go from there. So in doTERRA, there's 3 types of people who use doTERRA.
I'm going to check out, Jess.
You bet.
Thanks.
Corey.
Thank
Thank
you
you for
so
joining
much.
me. I like seeing you every week.
I like seeing you too. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye. Corey's been on live every class. So there's 3 types of people in doTERRA. There's people who live the wellness lifestyle. These people adopt all of our products for the toxic-free living and the supplements that we've talked about now. And they're so important. And most of the people in doTERRA are this. The next type of person in doTERRA is someone who likes to share about these oils and how it's kind of altered their lifestyle with their friends and family, and then they sign up their friends and family enough to pay for their own oils. So essentially they're getting oils for free when they do this. And it just happens naturally, because if you're in love with the products, maybe they've been life-changing for you. Maybe you've had chronic migraines or chronic PMS, and it's relieved that for you. It's going to be natural for you to share this with your friends and family. So you have the opportunity to sign them up and make a commission to pay for your oils. Then there's a 3rd type of person, and this is a person who builds a business. They want to supplement their income and possibly replace it. So that's also an opportunity or an option in doTERRA, and that's what I do. And love training and mentoring people who have that vision as well. So where are you? There's people in a traditional job who trade hours for dollars. They have limit on advancement or earning because someone is in charge of them and they get a cut paycheck. They're building other people's dreams. Authentic direct sales creates true residual income. There's no limits on advancement or earning, and you can choose your schedule and you can choose how you do your business. That's what I love the most. I get to really enhance my talents, and I don't really worry about what I'm not good at. Like, I use my talents and I do my business, and I leave the rest aside. And I'll help you learn how to do that with doTERRA. We do strength finder tests and a lot of things to really nurture what your strengths are and how that can propel your business. So why doTERRA? Why would you choose doTERRA? This is the most tested and most trusted essential oil brand that exists. There's over 8.5 million customers. Again, customers are the biggest part of our organization. It's not like everyone who uses doTERRA sells it, like an Amway or some other organizations. It's used by doctors and hospitals. It's actually married into a lot of cancer research now, which is really, really exciting for us. It's the largest essential oil company in the world. We had a growth rate in doTERRA similar to Apple at $1 billion company in 7 years. This is also the rate of Facebook. And so doTERRA is kind of like the best kept little secret. It is worldwide, it's international. We have a retention rate of 65%. Normal direct sales with other products like Tupperware or home products or any products has a retention rate of about 13%, simply because people don't need those supplies as constantly as they would essential oils if they're replacing their cleaning and their supplements and their healthcare. Next is we create partnerships with the growers around the world. We source from all over the globe. And when we do that, we really encourage and enhance the communities we source from. We go to where farmers have been farming for 7 generations, and we don't buy the land and try to do it for cheap. We enhance their experience. We might pipe in water. We might build clinics, schools, and really try to create wealth within that community, and still while getting the most premium product in the world. We're a privately owned company. There's 7 executives who own this company, and so it's fair and balanced. You don't just have one person like trying to get more money, or it's very balanced and heartfelt. There's a woman, Emily Wright, on our board, and she's all heart. It's a debt-free company without any outside funding, will never go public, and so they can remain in control of how their company is run, which is with the most integrity possible. The next concept with building a business like doTERRA is the concept of hauling buckets compared to building a pipeline. There's the story that there was a village and people had to go get, let's say, 4 or 5 buckets every day just to sustain life. And that was part of their daily task, right? So there was one person who, after hauling their 5 buckets for their family that day, he spent another hour or 2 and just started building a little bit of a pipe to the water source. And he did this every single day. After he hauled his 5 buckets, he would build just a little bit, just for an hour, whatever time he had, and he created a pipe as he was hauling the buckets. Then when the pipe was created, now he has a full spring of water, full flowing, that he no longer has to haul the buckets, and he has a constant stream of water, or in our case, it would be income. So in doTERRA, how do I make money? Very easy. The first thing is you sample and share your oils experience with your friends and family. Sampling is an art form. And if you choose to do this, I will always help you and teach you how to sample effectively. You only ever sample one thing, and it's something for acute symptoms. So something that they're going to see some benefit after at least 5 days, or at most 5 days rather. And if you do anything beyond that, you're really pouring your oil out. And if you don't commit to a follow-up after your sample, you're also wasting your oil. Then when they've had an oil experience, you have an opportunity to teach them about oils and how you use them in your home. And this might seem like an intimidating part for people who are new, but I can tell you there's an information sheet that you teach from. It's how I learned. I've taught this sheet 1,000 times. And I knew nothing when I started. I just simply knew I wanted people to have this same non-toxic lifestyle that I had, and the same effective healthcare that I had. And so, and I would certainly support that until you're comfortable. And then when a person finds this lifestyle to make sense to them, they'll enroll, you enroll them, and then you support their use of oils beyond that. Pretty simple. So the income opportunities for doTERRA, the first 2 levels, the E and P there, are our first kind of lower level ranks. And at this level, you're paying for your product. You're getting your product for free. And Premier is the second rank. And they say here it takes about, I can't really read that. How many months? 6 months, right on the bottom. 6 months if you're working this business to hit Premier, and you'll make around $1,000 a month. This is also indicating that you have 2 people building, battle buddies with you, building with you. Silver is the first really substantial rank that people are starting to really supplement their income with, and they have 3 business builders with them, and they make about $2,300 a month, and that takes about a year and a half. This is working at maybe 10 hours a week, 5-10 hours a week, if you're consistent enough. Gold is a $4,800 income a month, and they say almost, a little over 2 years. I was able to hit this rank under a year because I worked full time at it. And then there's platinum, which is a $9,400 a month rank. Diamond, $16,000 a month. Blue diamond, $38,000 to presidential diamond, which is $104,000 a month. Now people are like, that's pie in the sky. That's never going to happen. doTERRA's compensation plan is set up such that you can attain this. If you work hard enough, you have consistency, and you do the right steps daily, you will climb the ranks. It's just a matter of how long it will take you. My upline when I started was a diamond, and she taught us the ways. And now in my organization, I have several diamonds underneath me. So it's not a pie in the sky. I've got a couple blue diamonds and a presidential diamond in my organization and above me. So I'm sandwiched by that rank. So it's pretty cool. So what residual income means for me personally is I've been so blessed by this company and the business builders that I've partnered with. And it just means financial security. We've always wanted to be responsible with our money and live below our means. And this just gives us financial security and opportunities for my children that I wouldn't have necessarily had before. When I started this business, my first main goal was to replace my teaching income. And, I said, if I'm going to teach about oils, then I want to get paid like a teacher. And that did happen for me. And then I've since changed my goals and adapted. But it's just been an amazing experience. Like I said, I can utilize my talents, and if I'm not good at a certain thing, I don't have to incorporate that in my business. So last is how much time is involved. To pay for your product, it would take about 3 to 5 hours per week. Supplement your income, 10 to 15, which is almost a part-time job to supplement. Then replace your income would be a normal full-time work week, which makes sense, right? So could this work for me? The main components of this working for someone is if they're passionate about oils, they literally care about people, they love people, and they can follow a system and get things done. So this is the self-motivated person who loves to change lives would be for you. So identify what type of person you are and let me know. I have a Business Made Easy presentation, and I would work with you every step of the way. That's one of my favorite parts of this job. Talking about the product is one of my favorites, and talking about the business. So, and suddenly you just know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings. So that's one component of doTERRA. So that's the end of my class, ladies. I'm so grateful for you joining me. I know you're busy mamas, and I really, really appreciate and honor your time. So I love seeing you here. I love sharing these oils with you and being your oil buddy.
Thank you, Jess. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Vicki. And I don't know. I'm so happy you're here, and I look forward to next week already. So take care, ladies. Have a good night. Go to sleep, Julian, and I'll talk to you guys.